for oil, Jarvis Poulter discovered salt. He set to work to make the most of that. When he walks home from church with Almeda Roth, he tells her about his salt wells. They are 1,200 feet deep. Heated water is pumped down into them, and that dissolves the salt. Then the brine is pumped to the surface. It is poured into great evaporator pans over slow, steady fires so that the water is steamed off and the pure, excellent salt remains.
The Nobel Prize in Literature for 2013 is awarded the Canadian author Alice Munro, master of the contemporary short story. Tack ska ni ha.
Moi, je suis là pour essayer de... Je ne viens pas beaucoup à ce genre de choses. Je suis en train de dire qu'à 1h30, il y a des femmes et des enfants qui sont tués et c'est très injuste.
Sur une chanson interprétée par Nicole Croisille, composée par Calogero et...
C'est l'avenir qui nous les donne. Chaque saison, comme un dit.
Reprise au Festival de Cannes, où il a présenté L'aventure c'est l'aventure, Le Far West, toute une vie à nous deux.
C'est bon les gars, on y va.
And then when you get a chance to review it.
Right in front of you again, please.
Mr. Sutherland, right
And with the
side.
handsome Mr. Sutherland, look here, please. Mr. Sutherland.
Darling, on your right side, please. Right side. Thank you.
When I came in at the end of the fourth time, I just passed the camera, and I projectile vomited 4 bananas straight out there. And because you're hooked in the harness, you know, the projection of the bananas gradually loses energy and falls down like this. Yeah, I was a mess.
Donald Sutherland.
Hey, just to your right a little bit. And right in there. A little more to your right.
because we in New York have to stand up tall, 4'7", when there is an opening to participate, to raise funds, and not to tell people stay home and be scared. That's what we have to tell the world.
I, like a lot of you, watched Whale Wars and thought Sea Shepherd, I know, was amazing, but I didn't seek them out and I didn't participate.
Well, it's certainly not my first time. I work a lot with Sea Shepherd, but it's also, I'm an advocate for the dolphins in Taiji, Japan, and just trying to fight against what's happening there, the drive hunts that go on for 6 months every single year, almost every single day.
Yeah, we were part of the Murderers Row on Saturday night, which was All in the Family, MASH, Mary Tyler Moore, us, and Carol Burnett, and we used to get Super Bowl numbers, you know. So it was fun. A lot of people don't know this, but Don is taller than he appears on television.
Worked with the past 5 months because this all came together because of Lucy.
He just went for it, and he wrote really good parts for her. Not just good parts for me, though. God knows he did write me some good parts. But
everyone took such pride. And I think that was the key factor that separates Roots and its quality from most of the other programming that was going on at that time, and certainly since then, was the attention to detail on the part of every department head.